Well, it was a rough day on Wall Street today. The Dow falling nearly 300 points, and that actually rallied from it was further than that. And the S&P 500 dropped off 27 as the markets now are still feeling the impact of a recent bank crash. Now, federal investigations, they're hoping now to uncover what led to the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and what executives knew about its worsening financial health. In the meantime, 3 top executives at the failed Signature Bank are now facing lawsuits from shareholders because they claim executives lied when they said that the bank was financially strong just 3 days before regulators seized control. Well, these banks failing may have you feeling a bit worried about how safe your money is.
And that's why tonight 7 News is on your side exploring the banking options you may want to consider. Our Carl Willis is live at the alert desk. So, Carl, could local banks offer more security?
Well, Michelle, Jonathan, the banking leaders I spoke with today feel that smaller local banks are healthy right now and somewhat insulated from the collapses that we've seen. The collapse of California's Silicon Valley Bank led to a bank run that was more like a sprint.
We were panicking. I think a lot of us were panicking.
The panic caused by the anxiety that the bank did not have enough cash to cover every customer's withdrawals.
Fear begets fear, and that's never a good thing.
That fear, the fallout of not one, but now 2 failed banks after the failure of New York's Signature Bank. 7 News went to the commissioner of D.C.'s Department of Insurance, Securities, and Banking, or DISB, with questions.
What occurred in Silicon Valley Bank and also Signature Bank has not occurred here in the District of Columbia.
The co-founder of D.C.'s Founders Bank and the president and CEO of D.C.'s Industrial Bank both tell me that D.C.'s community banks are in good shape right now, despite reports of people around the country withdrawing money from smaller banks and moving it to larger banks. Are you seeing that kind of activity, and what are you doing to, kind of stave that off?
From the deposit balance that we had on the closing day of last Friday to today, we're up.
We have more capital than we've ever had. We have more liquidity than we ever had.
They tell me that positive outlook is due in part to where we live and the businesses they support.
We have a different business model, and therefore we're not affected by the types of runs and forces that brought those banks down.
Not just a federal government town anymore. It's multi-layered, multi-jurisdiction, area. And so that helps insulate us quite a bit.
The DISB commissioner says D.C. has a robust financial regulatory system and its banks are covered by the FDIC.
Don't be too afraid by the headlines and what you're hearing right now on the national news about the overall banking system. Our banks are safe and definitely reliable.
Now, there's a Federal Reserve meeting next week. The bank leaders I spoke with hope that will lead to more stability, but whatever comes out of it, they say they are ready to adjust. At the alert desk, Carl Willis, 7 News.
Jerry.